Hey guys, this evening I'm trying to figure out what to do with the strengthening of the chassis of the sidecar. This piece here is going to be cut just there, and I'm going to drop that down inside and weld it. So that will be a strengthening piece all the way through here. There's another piece here. I'll try and show it to you. This one here, and there's a corresponding one in here. And there you can see it there. I'm going to put a loop across to join up the two of them. And that'll be set down into the frame and welded into the frame as well, which will make that very, very strong. And again, this dude here is going to be set into the frame there and welded in place as well. And that'll brace it long ways, and I'll put a couple of cross pieces then into it to make it extra strong. So that's the plan for the front. Okay, the rear of the sidecar. My sort of rough plan at the moment is I'll sort of figure it out more as I go along, is these two bars. These are the same corresponding bars that I showed you at the front earlier that I'm going to put a loop on. I'll be doing something similar back here. I'll be setting them into the frame, putting a loop on them, but the loop will be about 6 or 8 inches further back than where the back is currently at the moment, because I want to put a bit of a shelf here where I can carry sort of a tent, sleeping bag, whatever the case may be. So they'll be cut, they'll be looped, and that'll be that. This guy is again the corresponding guy. He'll be set down into the frame, and that will make a very, very strong, frame. Because I want no sort of comebacks with this frame. I want it to be 100% strong. Hi guys, what I'm doing this evening is I'm fixing the sidecar to the existing frame. As you can see, you have brackets here. You have 4 of these brackets on either side. You can see them there in the distance at the back. There's another one just there. Right. The problem I'm faced with here is, as you can see, when I fiberglassed in the floor, I had to fill in all the holes because the original holes were badly damaged. The frame had obviously moved, or the sidecar had moved on, and they weren't safe. So I dug them all out and replaced them with new ones. So, quickest solution is put the sidecar on the frame, line it up to where I wanted it, which is where it is now, and go underneath it with a spray can, rattle can as some people know them as. This is white one, and spray it through the mounts up into the floor. You can see the white patch there. And that's basically how I'll find out where my mounts are. Okay. Right, guys. Right, as you can see now, I don't know if you can see it from there, but the hole there, you have a hole there, a hole here now, and a hole here. They're on the white spots that I sprayed on you see me on the previous video where I actually sprayed up through these mounts, and the slots on these mounts, the paint went through onto the base of the sidecar. So the holes are now made. So the plan now is, if all works according to plan, is I'll turn the body over, sit it back down, and what I should end up with is the holes should be lining up pretty much exactly where I want them. And there's one. I'll get the back ones lined up now. Perfect. Yep, that's my holes all lined up. Bolt straight through, job done. So that's that sorted. So next job now will be to bolt it down properly and sort out the framework. Right. Sidecar is now solid in the frame. If you look down, you'll see it's only there. It's only in at the moment with M8 bolts and penny washers. The reason for that is there will be a metal plate going in here later on, sort of like a reinforcing plate, and there'll be M10 bolts going to it afterwards. These are just to hold it in place while I do some more work. So the sidecar is now in place and it's rock solid, so it's in its position, its final position. What I'm going to do now is making a bar. The reason I wanted the sidecar in is because I want a bar to go from here straight the way back there, so I can turn this into some sort of a step. Or rather than have a sort of a hole in here, I prefer that there was a kind of a step there. I think it would look that bit nicer. So for this evening, I'm going to mark the bar both sides, do the same thing on both sides, and that's what I'll be doing, is cutting the tube here to fit in there. Hi guys, tonight I'm doing the support structure for the sidecar frame. As you can see, I've put a front to back brace and 2 cross braces. This one being I'm up a little on the suspension turret because I want to make sure that there's no in and out play on it. I've notched, as you can see, I've notched the pipework to suit the pipe, so you get a nice good fit for the welding. How I've done that is on here I have a hole saw on my pillar drill, and you basically put your pipe in and cut straight through with the hole saw. Now the problem with that is it's very, very hard on hole saw bits. Obviously it's not meant for that, and you'll end up going through a couple of them. Use plenty of water to keep it cool, that's your best bet, but eventually the teeth will break off and you'll end up having to buy a new one. Hi folks, I'm back to you again. Well, what you have here is the main frame rails that I've bent and cut to a loop. They're about 9 inches back from the very, very front of the sidecar. And as you can see from the side, the sidecar will now be supported pretty much right the way up to the front. As you can see, there's very, very little distance between that. That'll be plenty of support there for the sidecar. What I'm actually going to do as well is I'm going to feed the bars through both of the sidecar mountings all the way to the back. So you'll have a continuous rail from back to front. And where you see the white paint there, as you can see, it's there marked. I'm going to notch the pipe on both ends, on all 4 mountings, and sit the pipe down about a ½ inch into the actual frame so as you get a proper weld. It will also give me enough room to put the nut and bolt onto the sidecar from above. Hi guys, the sidecar now is placed back on the frame. It's not bolted down. It's just to give me an idea of how the frame is lying, the body's lying on top of the frame. Right, there you go. It's, as you can see now, it's out far, far further now than what it was. Much safer. Up here then, what I'm actually going to do is I'll have to put a bracket on up here, which will fix the front of the sidecar to the frame. I have, like I said, I have cleaned off the shock turret, which is going to be welded again because the welding was terrible on it. Also, you have this mouse hole down here, which is, I don't know if I can understand why that was left there, but it was. I've put in some brackets. They're only tack welded in again because there's a step going here, so they're in for that. That's basically where I'm going at the moment. So I will talk to you the next day. Okay, see you later, guys. Bye bye.